My macro contest deadline was a couple of days ago, and now I've finally gone through all the 650 submissions, around 3,000 photos. It took a while, but it was so enjoyable to go through all your contest entries and to see beautiful macro photography from around the world. I was struck by how similar insects actually are all around the globe. No matter if I was looking at pictures from Norway or India or the United States or Australia, the insects, I kind of recognized most of them to my surprise, even though they had a bit different colors or maybe some variations in shape. But it feels like insect life is pretty homogeneous, more than I expected at least, around the globe. And it's been really hard to pick winners. Let me tell you how I went about it. First, I went through all the 650 entries from beginning to end, looking at each and every photo. And then whenever I came across an entry that I felt like, wow, this one is really good, I put an X on it and I went through all of them. And in the end, out of 650 entries, I came up with 43 that I thought was really quite good. Then I decided that okay, it will be extremely hard for me to do like, this is the winner, this is the second place, this is the third place. Like, they are all so good in the top, so it's pretty much impossible to differentiate between them, I think, because they are good in different ways. So what I decided for the winners is that I have two tiers, two levels of winning. The first one is if you got in the top 5% of entries, then you are definitely a winner. And that is 32 persons. 32 entries came in the top 5%, since there was 650 entries in total. And of those, there is 1%. 1% of all entries, which means 6 entries out of 650. 6 entries that I chose that are the absolute winners, the very best according to me. And before I show you all the winning photos, remember that this is just one guy's opinions about photos. Everyone's taste is different in photography. If there would have been a different judge, the results could have been completely different. And also, let me also tell you that there were so many entries that were very close to getting into the top 32, and I had to make some tough decisions there. So if your photo is not in the top 32 or the top 5%, that might not necessarily mean that it was a bad entry. You could have been very, very close to the edge there. And still, I understand many of you will look at these 32 entries looking for your own name. Was I in there? And then be disappointed because you were not in there. I recognize that feeling. I've been there too. But my advice to you, if you are not among the top 5% that I will announce here, then look very closely at the top 5%. Look at what you think about their photos. Do you agree that they are great or not? And if you agree that they are great, you should look at how do they differ from your photos. Because for me personally, I mean, I am not on the level, I think, as the top entries in this contest. I am simply not that good as the best entries in this contest. So I also am going to do this. Look closely at these photos, analyze what are they doing differently from me? What makes these photos so good? Is it the color contrast? Is it something with the composition? Is the depth of field special? Like, what is it that makes these photos so damn good? That is my advice to you. If you did not come in the top 5%, look at what you can learn and also just enjoy. You might also be interested, what cameras and lenses were the winners using? What is the best equipment to become a winner in Micael's macro photography contest? I was curious. So when I had picked the winners, I loaded the photos into Lightroom to check the EXIF data. And what I found was basically this. When it comes to camera, it's really mixed. There are a lot of different cameras, DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. There are a lot of different sensor sizes. Lots of people shoot APS-C, a lot of people shoot Micro Four Thirds, and a lot of people shoot full frame. So I think it's really hard to see. Look at the statistics here. Really hard to see like any special camera or sensor size that sticks out. There was just a mix. And then when it comes to lenses used, there are a couple that sticks out a little bit. Many people use the Sony 90mm macro lens, and many people use the Olympus 60mm, which is widely regarded as the best macro lens for Micro Four Thirds. And then of course there are a lot of unidentified lenses, people who use manual lenses, maybe lava lenses for example. Of course it's impossible to see exactly what lenses they were using. For the next iteration of this contest, I think I will have a field for equipment used, because I think it can be pretty interesting to see what kind of equipment people use. Alright, enough babbling, let me show you the winners. First, I'm gonna show you all the winners that came in the top 5% of all entries. These are the best 32 entries. Pretty impressive, right? Alright, I have presented 26 out of the top 32 entries, which means we have 6 entries left. And those are the true winners of this contest. These are the very best entries, because they are in the top 1% of all entries, as rated by me. And by the way, if you are in the top 5% or in the top 1%, please use this badge if you want to, on your website or your social media or wherever. If you feel proud of this accomplishment, which you should be, feel free to use this badge. And please note that there is no difference in ranking depending on the order I present these. I think the top 5% are all equal to each other in how good they are, and the top 1% are also equal within each other in how good they are. So there is no like single winner. These 6 are the winners, all of them. And that's it. Those were the winners of this first edition of my macro photography contest. And I am pretty sure that I will do more of these contests because the interest was so big. Thank you to everyone who submitted. I am so grateful that so many people found this interesting and wanted to participate. If you have suggestions on what rules there should be in the next iteration on of the contest, please comment below. If you have any other opinions about the winners or comments about them or praise or whatever, please also comment below. And please check out the winners on their social media. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. This is my latest Patreon bonus video. It is 1 hour of me critiquing many photos of my Patreon supporters. Another bonus video is this macro photography adventure to a nature reserve. I create a new Patreon exclusive bonus video every month, and for $5 per month you can get access to this growing archive of videos and sleep better at night knowing that you ensure the future of this YouTube channel. Sign up now at patreon.com/Micael Widell.